Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett, and today I am going to get into a tutorial video for Pokemon Moon and Sun. Now this is going to be on how to catch shiny Pokemon within the game. And real quick, I don't have a capture card for the 3DS, so sorry about that, but it's as best I can do with what I can give at this time. So as far as that goes, what do you need in order to do this? Well, you need a few things. First thing is obviously you need some Pokeballs, but you need to have a Pokemon that has False Swipe or Hold Back. Now, real quick, for those of you who are actually going to be able to do this within the amount of time, is as of 2016, you can go to the outside of the game itself when you're first starting up the game. You can look at the mystery gift and have it look for it over the internet itself, and by the time when you get into the game itself, you can actually talk to someone who's waiting on you at a Poke Center, and they will hand you a Pokemon. That Pokemon will have something called Holdback on one of its fighting moves. Holdback is pretty much False Swipe, so just note that. And you can get False Swipe really early on in the game, like almost directly after you get your starting Pokemon, you get False Swipe. So just note that, and check your inventory. If you don't think that you have it, then the professor himself will give it to you. So just note that. But as far as that goes, once you have a Pokemon that has either Holdback or False Swipe, you also need Adrenaline Orbs. So we're going to get a little bit more into this in a second or two, but I'm going to get into an optional method to increase your chances even further. But if you just want to jump on ahead, I will have a timestamp up right now showing when you can skip. Now for this optional method, it's fairly simple. What you need to do is have all of the Pokemon within the game's region within your Pokedex. You don't have to capture them, you just need them in the Pokedex. So for this, if you don't have that already, then go to the following link in the description and just turn on your QR code scanner within the game itself and scan the codes. And keep in mind you can only scan 10 a day, so that's something fairly important. 10 a day or 1 per 2 hours. But as far as this goes, I want to mention real quick that the number is what you're looking at. So what I would advise you to do is go into your Pokedex itself and look at what number and correspond that number with the following numbers. The reason why that's important is because some of these I can't remember which ones, but some of these there's about 4 or so. Like say for example, just hypothetically we're saying 64 had about 4 or so 64s. Well, you just need to scan one of them. While they all might look a little bit different, while some might be shiny, some might be male, some might be female, so on, you only need to scan 164 and then you can move on from there. So just note that. That's all you need. Now, as far as that goes, once you did that, you need to go to the following island and towards the following city, and you need to look for the following building, and that's what should look on the outside. On the inside, that should look like this, just in case. And what you need to do is go into your second floor of that, and you'll notice that it's a Game Freak room or Game Freak building. And for those who don't know, that's who made the game itself. On pretty much every game, they kind of had an Easter egg on what it looks like inside their developer building, and so you can also talk to the developers themselves through the game, obviously. So what you need to do is head into the actual room itself, and then you need to talk to the game director. So after you have all of the Pokemon within the game's region within the Pokédex, you can talk to the director, and he will give you the following item, and this will be in the description also, so you can just take a look at it at your own will. But basically what this does is it's a shiny charm. It massively increases your chances of getting a shiny to show up. So that's just something worthwhile to note. Now, as far and as you can see, you can actually transfer it between games if you kind of know the way to do it. So as far as that goes, let's jump on to the next stage. So as far as this goes, what you need to do is make sure that you have your adrenaline orbs with you. And for those of you who don't know, you can get this by the second island in the Poke Center shop and just buy a whole bunch of them. You're going to use one per battle. And make sure that you have your Pokemon with false swipe or hold back. Again, you can get hold back through the mystery gift. But go out to the area that you want to capture your Pokemon, the shiny Pokemon, and let's start it. So in previous games, for those of you who don't know, in previous games how it worked is you had to battle one Pokemon and then within the same area, stay in the same area, battle next, battle next, battle next, battle next, without really running away or anything like that. It doesn't work like that anymore. Basically how it works now is you battle, or at least it might still work that way, but what people found to be a higher success is you battle one Pokemon. You can use the Adrenaline Orb. It increases the chance of the wild Pokemon that you're battling to call for help. The more turns that happen, the more chances the next one that is called for help will become a shiny. It's simple as that. So let's say, for example, that you have you're fighting two Pokemon. So Pokemon 1 and 2. In Pokemon 1, it's starting looking pretty bad. What you can do is you can take out Pokemon 1 and keep Pokemon 2 there. Let it call for help so Pokemon 1 comes back. And you can take out Pokemon 2 if you want and keep oscillating back and forth between there. But the one thing that you need to keep in mind, do not let all the Pokemon on the battlefield die. So this means that you have to keep in mind with things like struggle, which is basically when the Pokemon, the wild Pokemon, lose all of their moves. So they use up all their moves and now they're resorting to struggle, which actually hurts them. So you don't want that, and do not capture the wrong Pokemon. So obviously that will end the battle itself. So what you need to do is, again, make sure that you have at least one Pokemon on the battlefield calling for help, and make sure it has enough health where problems are not going to arise. Simple as that. Eventually, it might be 5 turns, might be 2 turns, it might be 300 turns, but eventually a shiny one will show up, and basically you need to take out the original that's there, use false swipe or hold back on that shiny, and capture them. Simple as that. But as far as that goes, if you got any questions, anything else, then please let me know, and I'll try and answer as quickly as possible. But hopefully this has helped you out. Unfortunately, I'm not really into getting shinies myself, so I didn't really want to show the shiny itself. But as far as that goes, if you got any questions, anything else, you know where to get me. Hope you have a great day. Leave a like, subscribe, share.